What's up, world? Advice Whisperer here again. Alright, today I want to talk to you about this. I want to give a little advice to the women and the gay men out there about what will drive a man the opposite way. Right? So, there's a lot of things, a lot of complicated things involved in relationships, as we all know, right? So whether you're married to the dude, or you just seeing him on the side, or you're dating, you just met, you're friends with benefits, it's all gonna come down to basically the same things though. You know what I'm saying? If you wanna keep a man in your life, you gotta do the things the man like, first of all. You know what I'm saying? And you gotta treat the man with respect. So these are my top 10 things and what I think will push a man away a lot of the times. Some men is finicky. So them kinda, they don't quite fall into the category. But you know, a man's man, and that could mean anything. A man's man still. A man don't like a woman who too clingy. And this is only for the couples that just got together. We're not talking about the couples that have been together 10, 20, 15, 2 years, however how many years it's been, right? We're talking about the people that just met. A man don't like it to be too clingy, you know. You always want to spend time with him. You always latch on to him. You want to go everywhere and go. You want to be everywhere and act. You want to hang out with whoever I'm hanging out with. You know, you always want to know what him doing, what him thinking. Come on, man. Give the man some space. That was a man running faster than a fucking fire on a bus. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, so that's one of the number one things we think. Don't be too clingy. You gotta give the man space sometimes. Alright, now the next one will be uncleanness. We say uncleanness because we mean if you're not clean, I'm gone. You know what I'm saying? Now a nasty man will stay with a nasty woman. And them just deserve each other. You know what I'm saying? But if you're a respectable man, you know what I'm saying? Then you don't want to be all nasty and dirty. If she don't take care of her business, she don't beat her ass every day, take a nice bath every day, you know? At least once a day, damn it. Brush her teeth, you know, things like that. You know, if every time you smell her mouth, you smell, think like she just wake up, you know? And she always, oh, you know, you smell awful and even worse down there. I mean, then you know what? If you stay with her, then you deserve her. Because you're a fucking fool. You know what I'm saying? If the woman don't wash her ass, she got to go. You know what I'm saying? That will send most men running. Because respectable men want their woman to be clean, keep themselves up looking nice, get them hair done, get them nails done. You know what I'm saying? And if he's a gay man, he pretty much like most of the same things. He may not want him to get their nails done, but he want him to keep himself up, go to the gym, keep, you know, get a nice little haircut, you know, looking good, eating healthy, washing him ass, just like the woman is expected to wash her ass. So is the gay man. A gay man is not any much different than a straight man. So if you're not cleansy, you know, you don't clean yourself, and you clingy, him gone too. Because you know what, who want to be with somebody who latch on to them all the time and not wash them ass? Tell you, man, for real. Anyway, so number 3 thing is not spending time with them when they want to spend time with you. Now this is really to the married couples and the couples that have been together for a while, living together, dating for a long time, whatever you want to call it. Some men, actually I think all men do like you to spend some time with them some of the time. You know, he may be, you know, macho and all them things, and he may not say it, but it's like this. If you're always gone, you never spend any time with him, then what the hell am I in the relationship for? You know what I'm saying? You don't want to be around him, then what the fuck you fucking with this nigga for? Right? So, spend some time with your man sometime. You mean he may just want you to just sit down and watch like a movie with him. You may not even like the movie I'm watching, but just spend the time with him. It could be sports. You know, a lot of women don't like sports, but the men like them to sit there with them and watch the sports. Even if they don't like the sports, it's kind of like, you know, him understand that she don't like the sports, but I'm grateful that she take the time to sit with him. You know what I'm saying? While him watch the sports and spend the time with him. If it's even taking one day out of the week to do that. One day out of the week just to spend a little time with him. You know what I'm saying? But don't overdo it, because then you become clingy. And he got to go. Alright? So, the next thing is talking down to a man. Talking down to a man and being disrespectful is one of the worst things you could do. Because it's not fair. First of all, you don't want him to talk down to you and disrespect you, so don't do it to him. You know what I'm saying? He's a grown man. He deserves respect just like you deserve respect. Don't be treating him like shit and talking to him like shit out in public, in front of people. You know what I'm saying? and are around your friends because you think you're in charge of the relationship. So you said to your man, you talk to him like him is your child, like him is your 5-year-old. You see what I'm saying? And your friends all giggle and laugh because you're talking to your man like you in control or something. Lots of women in control. You don't have to talk down to people to be in control of something or someone. But being respectful means a lot, and it will go a long way in a relationship, because a man will respect you if you know that you respect him. But if you don't respect him, why should he have respect for you? Right? Alright, I'm just saying. Alright. Next thing is laziness. Me take a drink of my coffee because this is a long subject right there. So Alright. Laziness. Right? What we have down here so is when we talk about laziness, we're talking about the lazy housewife or girlfriend that sit down all day watching TV. She have all day to cook and clean and do anything she need to do the laundry or whatever. Mom, I'm not saying that all women are expected to do these things. Don't get me wrong. But what I'm saying is, if you're married to a man, whether you're a woman or a man, if you're with a man as a couple, you live together, him come home in the evening or you come home in the evening. You know what I'm saying? It could be whatever. Some women work while the men stay at home. It's not a lot. It's not a lot of that going on, But let's keep on point. What I'm saying is, if you home all day and your man out there busting in house, working all day, and him come home and him have to hit potato chips or some shit like that because have a hot meal ready for him. Him come around and the house filthy, same way, clothes all over the floor, shit everywhere, dirty dishes in the sink. You fucking crazy? The fucking laundry need doing, and all you care about is what's on TV. Me can understand the man would get mad. Me not saying if he beat you or abuse you or anything like that, but me can see a man finding a better woman because him want a woman who gonna be there for him, gonna respect him, gonna cook and clean and take care of him and make him feel like since him doing a part for the family, you doing a part for the family. And especially if you have kids and you're not taking care of the kids, you may have the kids at home with you all day. You come home, kids still dirty, you haven't even washed them ass all day. Come on, girl, what you doing? Or you have the kids them come home from school and them hungry and you still haven't cooked because you were out shopping with your friends, or you were sitting on the couch watching TV, or whatever the hell you were doing. You're out fucking with somebody else, whatever the excuse. You do what you gotta do in the daytime, but by the time the man get home, you should be taking care of the man. You should have food on the table, clothes clean, house clean, looking good, sexy, nice, smelling good. And if him say after dinner, him say, your baby want to fool around like a bit, give him a little sex. He work hard all day, him deserve it. And you know what? Him will do the same thing for you. You come out from hanging out with your friends all day, and your man at home, he was home chilling with his buddies or chilling on the weekend or something, watching some sports. You come home and say, baby, what you say we have a little sex? Him will say, yeah man. Plus. You gotta remember, man no say no to sex. Man no say no to sex. If a man say no to sex, there's got to be a mystery behind it. And you know what? Being a nasty ass woman will definitely make a man say no to sex. Because if he can smell your fucking coochie from across the room because you haven't washed that shit all day, he don't want to stick him dick in there. You see what I'm saying? You don't want to put him mouth on that. Go wash your fucking ass first. You see what I'm saying? So when a man said no to sex, something going on. Either him fucking somebody else somewhere else. Him just don't like the sex with you anymore. Sex is boring for him. You're not cleansing enough. You're not cleaning yourself enough. Or you just become unattractive to him. There's a few things. But man really ever say no to sex. So if a man say no to sex, especially if you've been together and you get used to each other the way you is, and him start saying no to you, girl or boy, I suggest you investigate the situation and fix the problem ASAP. Alright, so the next thing on the list, we got for number 8, is spending the household money on stupid shit. Now, you do it. Don't fucking bullshit. You do it. Everybody does it, right? You go out there, you're supposed to be buying food for the house, you're supposed to be buying clothes for the kids, or necessities you need around the house, tampons, tissue, paper towel, whatever the hell. You see what I'm saying? That's what you're supposed to be going to the store for. But you take your ass up into Walmart, where they have everything, you know, and they have it all lined out, low price, waiting for your ass to walk up in there and buy everything but what they on the list, right? So you go out there, or you going at the mall, and you walk around, and you, that look good, me just have to have this purse, or me just have to buy this pair of jeans, right? But the kids at home starving while you buying $150 jeans. I mean, come on, man, you got to get your priorities straight, so you can understand why the man would leave your ass for a woman that's spending money a little bit better. No, don't get me wrong, you might be bringing income into the house too. You see what I'm saying? I'm not saying because him bring the bread to the table that him get to say what happened to it and all them things. You know what I'm saying? How it get used and shit, right? Now, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is you got to take care of your family and yourself. So, you buy the things you need first, you pay the bills, take care of all that shit, and then you can use the rest for play money. But if you're spending the money on stupid shit and you're not spending on the things you need for the house, the man gone. Him not gonna waste him time with you, no matter how good of a woman you is. Because him bust him ass and him work hard and the bills still not pay. You see what I'm saying? Him still not getting a hot meal. What the fuck him need you for? Him just need you for the sex. And if he not do the job right, what the fuck him staying around for? That's all I'm saying. Alright. So number 9 on the list. What me got you? Comparing a man to your ex-man. Comparing people to exes is never fun. And some people like to do it, man and woman. Them like to compare, well, you know, David was like this, Angela was like this, all this other stupid shit. Who gives a fuck? The reason they are your exes is because they weren't good enough for you, or you didn't deserve to be in each other's lives, or whatever the case. There's a reason why them is your exes, right? So there's no need for you to be comparing the person you're with, the person you say you love, or you like, or you in love, like, with, or whatever the fuck your excuse is, right? You see what I'm saying? Don't compare them to your exes, because usually if your exes, it's because things didn't work out. So if you want things to work out with the future and the present person you're with, do not compare them to your exes. They don't want to fucking hear that shit about how good this person was, or how good they were in bed, or how they treated you so good, or how big them dick was, or how good them was eat that pussy. You see what I'm saying? They don't want to hear any of that bullshit, how much money them used to spend on you, because at the end of the day, you exes, which means them obviously wasn't as great as you said them was, because if that was the case, you would still be with that motherfucker, right? So stop comparing people. You see what I'm saying? Just accept them for the way them is. And that's what I was gonna say. That was the next topic. We're not the next topic, but number 9. Number 9 was accept your man the way he is. Don't try to change him. You know, don't ever try to change anybody, whether you're a man or a woman. You know, don't try to change people. That is not your job. You need to concentrate on you. You know what I'm saying? Don't be wasting your time trying to change people, because you can't change people. If a person is a certain way, they're gonna be that way all them life. You know what I'm saying? Now you can, you know, say positive things, you know, to them and stuff, and try to make them a better person, you know, but don't try to change them. You could maybe try to mold them into more of a better person for society or whatever. But trying to change a person thinking that, you know, them gonna change overnight, and, you know, my thing is, do not get with the person if you don't like the person in the first place. If there's something about this person that you dislike so much that you feel the need to change them, do not get with them. Do not stay with them, because then you end up, you know, regretting your decision because them can't change. You see what I'm saying? And then them hate you for trying to change them, because it's like, hold on, let me get some coffee. It's like this. It's like this. You knew who the person was when you met them. You knew who the person was before you got married, or, you know, say you've been together for a couple of years or even a few months. As the time goes by, you get to know each other a lot better. You know who this person is. You see what I'm saying? Now you all of a sudden you're like, well, you know, it was like that when we got together, you know, but, you know, me going to change him, man. Me going to make him a better man for me. Me going to make him the kind of man I want. Fuck that. If you want the kind of man you want, you should have been looking for that kind of man. You should have gotten with this man and then trying to change him into the man you want. Go find the man that you want. Then you don't have to change nobody. And nobody don't have to regret anything. You see what I'm saying? So anyway, that's so stupid. Trying to change people. That shit ain't happening anytime soon. Alright. Last thing on the list. Last thing on the list. I tell you. The number one thing that would push a man away and send him running is no sex or sex every once in a while. If the man only getting sex once a month, every few months, only on his birthday or holidays or some shit like that, if you're not fucking on a regular, whether you're a married couple or a gay couple or a straight couple or, you know, two dudes, you know, friends with benefits, whatever. If you're together and you call yourself a couple, my thing is, you have to have sex. If you're the kind of person that don't enjoy sex, then you should be by yourself. Because if you're not gonna have sex, what the fuck you in a relationship for? Everybody need companionship, but they also need intimacy. And I believe that intimacy is a big part of a relationship. You could be so in love with each other. You see what I'm saying? Oh, we're so in love. But at the end of the day, if you're not having sex, one of you is going to be mad. And then you're going to walk around mad all day because the other one not having sex with you. Right? So my thing is, have sex with your partner. You see what I'm saying? The fastest way a man will run is if not getting any sex, because he's going to run from you into the arms of somebody else. You see what I'm saying? And what is the purpose of that? All you have to do is put out every once in a while. So once a week, twice a week, right? Keep your man happy. Now if the man not doing the job good, divorce the man and leave him and go find yourself a better man. You see what I'm saying? But then that way him free to find a better woman that will have more sex with him. But don't torture the man like that, man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you got these women out there, them claim they love their man so much, but they don't like having sex with him. Okay, so when you got together and you had sex the first time or the first few times and the sex was terrible, why didn't you just break up and go your separate ways? Instead, you have horrible sex, but he's just such a wonderful guy, I just don't like having sex with him. You should have said, you know what, he's a great guy, but you know, the intimacy just isn't there. You know, we're just not liking the sex, and him cool and him great and him wonderful, but we need more. Now all of a sudden, you know, you decide, you know, months later, a year later, you're gonna deny him sex because sex with him is not that good. Him not have no problem having sex with you. Him think the sex with you is great, but you think the opposite. So you deny him the sex instead of divorcing him or leaving him and leaving him so him can find somebody better, and you find somebody better. I don't get why people stay in marriages sometimes. They stay in a marriage and then say, I'm unhappy. He doesn't satisfy me. She doesn't satisfy me. Whatever the case. But they stay in the marriage. And most of these people don't even have any kids. I understand that some people stay in a marriage because they have kids. But that's a stupid way to stay in a marriage anyway. Because then the kids didn't spend them time listening to you argue and cuss and fuss. You know what I'm saying? There's no real solution to that when you have kids, though. It's kind of hard. But when you don't have any kids and you don't have any ties, man. I mean, these people, instead of working things out, they go fuck around, you know, on each other. They go have sex with somebody else. You know, instead of divorcing and moving on to somebody else, them keeping the person tied down to them, but them not being supportive, they're not having sex, they're not spending time, they're wasting the money, they're not washing them dirty ass, them being fucking lazy. All these things all grouped into one thing become a major problem. And my thing is, divorce doesn't solve everything, but my thing is, if you spend 80% of your time arguing or fussing or fighting with the person that you're with, you see what I'm saying? Or they're not satisfying you, whatever the reason, try to work it out first. You know, go to counseling or whatever you need to do. Try to work it out first. And then, you know what? If all else fails, divorce. You see what I'm saying? Find yourself a better person. Because I tell you, man, those top 10 things will push any man out of a relationship. And it goes to women too. It's a little bit different for some women, but most of those things apply to women too. And this relates to all couples. You know, not just straight couples, not just gay couples, not just men and not just women. It relates to every couple out there. So, my advice is take a good look into your relationship and see where you're messing up at. And fix it. Fix it with your partner. Fix it with your wife. Fix it with your husband. Take the time to get to know them better and to please them better. And tell them what's wrong in the relationship. Try to work it out. You see what I'm saying? Don't put them down. Don't make them feel like shit. Just take your time with them and just try to understand where them coming from. You see what I'm saying? And have more sex with your partner and your husband and your wife. Because everybody needs a little bit of sex. And sex is just wonderful, you know? Anyway, like me always say, buy my books. These books are mine. Alright, buy my books. Do your thing. You can email me, advicewhisper@yahoo.com or gmail.com over here. Send me a comment, send me a request for something me talk about on a comment or something. Subscribe to my stupidness and me bullshit. Alright, I'm love to hear from you people. Alright, so tell you what, Advice Whisperer,